Hey guys, so in today's video we're going to be working on Mitch's 1993 Honda Civic and also the 1980 Honda Civic. So on this car here I am going to be working on the motor mounts. So I'm not sure if I talked about it in the last video or not, but I was having some issues with how the motor was going to sit and how high it was going to come up and stuff like that. So I made a few modifications. I brought the motor over to the driver's side about 1.5 inches, and then I brought the whole motor up as well about just over 1 inch. And bonus of me doing that is not only do the CV axles have way better angle now, they're not so sharp on the angle, but they actually will work with the factory Integra CV axles. So I don't have to get custom-made axles to drive, but I will have to get some in the future because these ones will not be able to handle 500 horsepower. So now I can at least test and tune the car with the factory axles, and since I did all that suspension work, I'm using the factory Integra hubs, so the CV axles just slide right in. The Civic hubs the hubs that came on this car, or the knuckles, were way too tiny for these kind of CV axles. So yeah. And then on Mitch's Civic, we're going to be just finishing up with the final stuff here. So this is the breather box that I made for the car, and we made all our AN lines up for it. In the near future, I'm going to be making a kit for Hondas that will include the AN lines, the breather box, and 2 weld-on fittings for your valve cover. And it will also include the kit. Can't really see it, but there's 2 AN fittings that screw into the back of the block where factory plugs were, and then it also comes with the plug to plug the factory little breather box. So it'll be a full plug-and-play kit. Other than the valve cover, you'll have to go get that welded somewhere, but it'll be a full plug-and-play kit other than that, and it'll come with brackets and everything for the breather box, but it's not going to be for a little while until I come out with that on my website. And the other thing we're going to be making is just finishing up his intercooler piping for this side of the car, and just connect the turbo to here. So just need to take 1.5 inches out of either side of this, shorten this a little bit, and then the bumper will sit up nicely and it won't hit that anymore. A couple other things we've been working on since the last video on this car was actually we pulled the motor all out and swapped it to a different transmission. I was letting him borrow mine just to get the car running and driving, but we still need to rebuild this transmission just to throw some new synchros in it, and it needs an LSD, so that'll be coming in the near future. So yeah, a couple things we did was I've done most of the downpipe, at least the hard part. So the downpipe goes down, tucks to that side of the manifold, and then shoots right towards underneath the engine, where it'll connect to a flex pipe and then a 3-inch V-band to the rest of the exhaust. It won't have a screamer pipe right now, but we might put a switch and valve on later. And the other thing I worked on, if you can see it, was this exhaust dump here. It's kind of hard to see with the lighting, but it just shoots right towards the ground. And we also got the traction bar all on. So a couple things more that are going to come in the following weeks is a new brake kit all the way around, and eventually we're looking at that transmission situation. But we're ready to start tuning the car for our first pump tune gas of 350 wheel horsepower goal, and the 500 horsepower tune will be on E85 in the springtime. So let's get into the video. that's pretty much for the end of this video. In the next video I'm going to be building that B16, and I'll be starting to do my RB pretty quick here for my 240, and I got a couple videos coming out for the 240 on a front rad support I'm going to be building for it, and a couple other small things like some crash bars and stuff. So stay tuned for some more content on Mitch's EG, the Turbo EG. The white Civic is going to be getting going here really quick. As you guys kind of saw, so I put a lot of this stuff on the car just to kind of see if I was missing anything, and it looks like I'm only missing this little tiny black trim piece for the very front of the car. So if you know anyone that's got some old Civic parts, comment down below. But other than that, this car is almost ready to see the roads, and then it'll be starting to build the body kit for it, and it should be on the roads by summer. So thanks for watching, and check out my other videos. Thanks.